I gotta say, I got nothing against this lady, but I do have something against the people that did this to her. And what they did is that they inflicted a very harmful ideology against her, which is making her live a life that I wouldn't recommend to any person. Not even to my worst enemies. So, here in the beginning, you have the problem.
I guess I TikTok now.
Like, right here. Yeah, this is it. You know, like, TikTok creates this type of culture that prevents this lady from getting a dose of healthy culture being directed at her. And you'll see what I will have to say, but basically, it prevents her from getting any criticisms. It prevents her from having average people giving their takes to her opinion, and because of that, she's going to live in a world where she thinks that her opinion is healthy, but it's not. It's not, and you're going to see the type of lifestyle that she chooses to have, and I guarantee to you that she doesn't enjoy the lifestyle either. But TikTok, due to its moderation, due to its Trust and Safety Council, encourages this type of mindset. So, you know, like, first, she makes a video talking about the Supreme Court of America, and she doesn't understand why the Supreme Court hates Americans. Like, I can explain it to you very simply, alright? But I can't do it on TikTok. The Trust and Safety Council won't let me, so hopefully she sees this video. I'm a Romanian, but I can understand why, you know, you believe that the Supreme Court hates Americans. The Supreme Court is an institution. As such, it doesn't have human emotions. It cannot love, it cannot hate, it cannot display jealousy. The Supreme Court has one job, to interpret the Constitution. Now, if this lady would like to, I would offer her an invitation. You can come to Romania, I can come to the United States, I don't know. But we can sit at a table, and we can look at the American Constitution. And if you show me anywhere that in the American Constitution it talks about student debt loan forgiveness, where anywhere it talks about abortions, either pro or against, I will give you $10,000. Now, if you can't show me, you have to give me $10,000, right? So, like, I would wonder, like, okay, let's say you would be nominated as a judge on the Supreme Court, and you have to make the case for student debt loan forgiveness, or you have to make the case for pro-choice, but you have to justify, like, where in the Constitution does it mention it? I would love to see it, you know? So anyway, the reason that I bring this is that it's just to show you a little bit of the type of videos that this lady is doing. But let's look at the more recent video where I mention on why I think she doesn't like living the way she does. And it's an ideology that did this to her. So this is what I got in the thumbnail when I initially came across this lady. I don't remember the last time I went to see a movie, and I was like, well, you know, as a Romanian, it's very bizarre to see an American who hasn't seen a movie in a long while. Like, why is this? Does she not have money? I mean, she does look like she must have money. I mean, she's got an internet connection. So why is it that she hasn't seen a movie?
I don't remember the last time I went to see a movie because I don't love going to the movie theater. But I'll tell you what, it pisses me off that I can't go see Barbie.
I want this lady to go see Barbie. Barbie is the most anti-feminist movie ever made. Unironically, if you look at the messaging, you get to see that when Ken listens to Barbie, he ends up shirtless, homeless, and starving for attention. When Barbie listens to Ken, 90% of the people are happy. And not only that, you have feminists that have to kidnap other women, other Barbies, in order to brainwash them and manipulate the Kens into starting a war. And once they destroy the system, the main character lives for the real patriarchy, which is the real world. So, yeah, it's one of the most anti-feminist movies ever made. I want this lady to see it. So if it's a financial issue, I was willing to, you know, start the GoFundMe or anything. But apparently it's not a financial issue.
I want to go see it. Even if it is white feminism, I want to be able to go. So I'm doing a thing. And if you live in the Pacific Northwest, you can do a thing with me. Here's what it is. Next week, which is July 31st.
So we missed it. It is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. I hope she went to see it and her event went well. Okay? But this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about the way she chose to live her life. So let's see.
August 1st, someday next week, on a weekday, I am renting out a theater in Northwest Portland. The entire theater. The whole theater.
So she does have money. She's very wealthy. That's good. You know, like I was offering to pitch in. Jesus, renting an entire theater. Can you imagine how expensive that is?
The theater seats 46 people, I think. We're only going to do 20 tickets. So me and 19 other people.
So she is wasting money. This is capitalismus. Like you pay more and you don't use the stuff that you paid for. You're paying for 46 seats, and you're only going to use half. Very progressive.
That's it. In addition to that, there will be one employee. So the entire building, the entire cinema, is going to be one employee plus 20 attendees. That's it. We are the only people in the building, and every single person, including that employee, is going to be wearing an N95 the entire time.
Okay, so I gotta say, I'm looking at this lady. She is a little bit above middle age. She does have obesity. I don't know if you're allowed to say it or not, but we're talking medically. Maybe diabetes, I don't know, but like what I do know is that she has a high risk factor. Okay, so like if this was the first strain that went out like back in 2020, yeah, like if she were getting sick, she would have been in a much more difficult situation than if I was to get sick, right? Statistically speaking, due to the comorbidities. But it's 2023, for fuck's sakes. I mean, even in my country, people aren't this level of worried. And it's not it. Like, okay, so she's renting an entire theater. Like, she's going to waste money for the theater, only use half the seats, is asking people to muzzle up the whole time. And listen.
The employee's going to put it on before they enter the building. They've been chosen specifically for this purpose. They seem to get it. If you show up because you bought a ticket, I need to see a KN94 well-fitted or a 95 well-fitted or a P100. And if I see a baggy mask, I'm going to tell you to take it off and put on one that I hand you. I'm holding onto a bunch of masks. Choose the one you like best.
Now she's going to go on and she's going to say that you're not allowed to eat anything while during the movie. You're not allowed to have any snacks. You're not allowed to do any of that thing. And if your nose is itching, if you feel like you need to take off the mask, you have to go outside and then come back in, and you're not allowed to have kids that can't wear masks. Who did this to her? No, unironically, all right? Like, can you imagine the fear-mongering that the mainstream media has inflicted upon this lady? I mean, it is unreal. And it's not probably just the mainstream media industrial complex, it's her circle of friends. Now, again, like she has the right to do all of this. Like there's nothing wrong, you know, like with her doing... But it's the equivalent of getting out of your house in a hazmat suit at this point. Like, people are just going to look at you. It's not like you don't have the right to wear a hazmat suit when you exit your home. But it's a bizarre thing, you know? And again, it's like the people that make you wear the hazmat suit, that would be the problem, because life in a hazmat suit is not very nice. It's not the most pleasant of lives, you know? And the fact that there are people who choose to live like this is bewildering. Like, you happen to be born in one of the greatest country on earth. Like, I, as a Romanian, I'm looking at you with jealousy and envy. You think your country is bad? If you were to come here for at least a week, you would change your mind. Like, most people who travel aren't very progressive. Let me put it this way. Like, people who go to Africa, people who travel to Asia, people who visit India, they end up not being very progressive, or at least they end up being economically progressive, but socially a lot more conservative. So you use the gift that you have by being in the country of freedom to restrict your liberties. It's just like, it's so bizarre, right? It's not just her. Apparently there's going to be like 25 other people. Nothing against the event or anything. Like, sure, you can choose to live this way, but like, there aren't any people in my country that live this way. And it's due to the fact that our media fear-mongered less. And there was a lot more common sense. And social media censored less. So people had normal lives. But it is what it is, you know? Like, what can you say? Again, it's 2023. I mean, the science has been settled to the point where even the politicians are saying that the measures don't have to take place. You know, but my question is, like, when is this lady going to start living a normal life again? Like after 5 years, is she still going to do this? After 10? Like, there's going to be a point where people aren't even going to remember about the measures and the mandates and all of this. And you're still going to see, like, some individuals that are still wearing masks and stuff, which is interesting. But, yeah. Is this often, though? Is this like, something that happens in the United States? Because, like, even when I see videos of... live streams where people are walking on the street and stuff, even in those videos, I don't see people wearing masks anymore in 2023. Like, that's just bizarre. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.